Leonid, or Leo Radvinsky, is the controlling shareholder of Phoenix International Limited, the UK parent company of OnlyFans. He's also the longtime operator of MyFreeCams, known as MFC, through entities like MFCXY Inc. and MFCUS LLC. The numbers behind OnlyFans are staggering. In fiscal year 2023, which ended November 30th, the company reported $1.31 billion in revenue and $658 million in pre-tax profit on $6.63 billion in gross site volume. The following year, revenue rose to $1.4 billion, and pre-tax profit hit $684 million on $7.2 billion in gross site volume. Creators take home about 80% of fan spending. OnlyFans keeps the remaining 20%. What does that mean for Leo? Massive payouts. Owner distributions have been extraordinary. $284 million in 2021, $338 million in 2022, $472 million in 2023, and $701 million in 2024. That's almost $1.8 billion across just 4 years. So how much is he worth today? Depending on how you value OnlyFans, estimates range from about $6.1 billion. On the conservative end, $8.4 billion in a base case, and over $10 billion in an aggressive scenario. These calculations factor in OnlyFans equity, a proxy value for MyFreeCams, and the after-tax dividends he's retained. Where does he live? Credible reports place him in Florida, most likely around Miami. His lifestyle certainly reflects it. With 9-figure annual dividends, he has the means for extreme wealth, but he also shows signs of philanthropy. In 2022, for example, he donated $5 million to Ukraine relief, and OnlyFans itself contributed 500 ETH to Ukraine DAO. So why so secretive? He maintains a very sparse media footprint. UK filings use service addresses and provide only what the law requires. He tightly controls his companies, avoids interviews, and is careful about litigation. Given the stigma and legal risks tied to the adult sector, that posture helps protect the business. Let's look at how he got here. Radvinsky first emerged in the late 1990s and early 2000s, running traffic and affiliate marketing ventures. In 2004, he launched MyFreeCams, or MFC, a live cam site monetized through paid tokens and performer revenue sharing. While MFC doesn't publish audited accounts, public records show MFCXY Inc. in Illinois as the holding entity, with MFCUS LLC in New York handling services. Court filings and trademarks consistently tie him to control of the brand. MFC's business model is straightforward. Fans buy tokens, tip performers, and the platform takes a cut. Like other cam marketplaces, it likely operates at EBITDA margins of 30 to 50%. Exact numbers aren't public, but proxies suggest it's been a strong cash generator for years. By 2018, Leo had acquired control of Phoenix International, the parent company of OnlyFans. Official filings list him as the person with significant control, holding at least 75% of shares and voting rights, plus the ability to appoint or remove directors. OnlyFans economics are equally simple but hugely profitable. The platform processes all fan spending, called gross site volume, then pays creators their 80% share. The remaining 20% is recorded as revenue. In 2023, that meant $1.3 billion in revenue and nearly $486 million in net profit. In 2024, it grew again, with $1.4 billion in revenue and $684 million in pre-tax profit. Operating margins hover around 50%, which is extraordinary, but the business isn't without risk. In August 2021, OnlyFans suddenly announced a ban on sexually explicit content, citing pressure from banks and card networks. Just a week later, the ban was reversed after new agreements were secured. That brief scare showed how dependent the company is on payment processors like Visa and MasterCard. Let's break down the year-by-year financials. In 2019, before restating accounts into dollars, revenue was about £44 million with a net profit of just over $4 million. In 2020, revenue jumped to $358 million, with net profit at $48 million. By 2021, revenue soared to $931 million, net profit hit $325 million, and creators kept about 80% of fan spending. That year marked the real breakout. In 2022, revenue grew to $1.089 billion, net profit to $404 million. In 2023, revenue reached $1.306 billion, with net profit at $486 million. And in 2024, revenue climbed again to $1.4 billion, with pre-tax profit close to $684 million. Throughout these years, creator payouts consistently stayed right around 80% of total spend. How does Leo actually make his money? Through the platform fee. OnlyFans keeps about 20% of subscriptions, tips, and pay-per-view content. Costs are surprisingly low. Payment processing, fraud, compliance, and admin expenses combined leave room for margins close to 50%. Importantly, his compensation doesn't come through salaries. It's all about dividends, as filings clearly show. Valuing the business, market signals in 2025 pointed to possible sales in the $7 to $8 billion range. With pre-tax profit around $684 million, valuation multiples suggest a conservative worth of about $4.8 billion, a base case near $6.8 billion, and an aggressive view around $8.2 billion. Adding in MFC's estimated $300 million to $1 billion range, plus roughly $1.36 billion in after-tax dividends already pocketed, you land in that $6 to $10 billion net worth window. Looking forward, the risks are clear. The company is heavily dependent on card networks and banking partners. Regulatory pressures are increasing, with governments introducing online safety laws, stricter compliance, and age verification requirements. Competition is also rising, with platforms like Fansly trying to capture market share. And because of the adult content stigma, OnlyFans has limited strategic options for a sale. The outlook? Radvinsky's fortune remains overwhelmingly tied to OnlyFans' incredible unit economics. A 20% take rate on billions in fan spending, with profit margins most companies can only dream of. With more than $1.7 billion already extracted in dividends and a possible sale in the billions, Leo Radvinsky quietly sits among the richest men in the digital economy, while staying almost completely out of the public eye.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.